We're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, getting proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The 2021 CHSAA 5A state playoffs are underway. 2 nights ago, Mountain Vista began their journey for the title. As expected, they were tested by a team that came ready to play. Monarch got off to a good start defensively, but the Golden Eagles took the lead into halftime. In the third quarter, however, Monarch rallied. After the Coyotes took a lead, it left many fans wondering if this was it. In the end, though, the Golden Eagles were triumphant.
Final score here at the Eagles Nest. 70 for the Golden Eagles and 49 for the Coyotes. Mountain Vista is into the round of 16.
With one round conquered, just 16 teams are left in the hunt. The Golden Eagles' next challenger, the Raptors of Eagle Crest High School. Led by senior Ty Robinson, the Raptors are a half-court team, and the Golden Eagles will look to beat the Raptors with their aggressiveness. So here we go. 16 teams, 1 goal, glory, and it starts right now on VistaNow.
Hello Vista fans and welcome to the Sweet 16. We are just about ready to get going. Mountain Vista, Eagle Crest, and we have tipped off.
We apologize for the tardy beginning. We hope you enjoyed the segment beforehand, but we got a great game ahead of us. The 9 seed against the 8 seed, looking to face off against the winner of Smoky Hill versus the number 1 seeded Cherry Creek Bruins.
That ball goes inside to start. Driving in and shooting with the foul. That's Jaden Washington, but it's going to go the other way. Turnover for the Raptors, and the Golden Eagles will get the ball.
Going now driving past the logo, picking up the pace. He finds Deering. Deering, he's going to be a major component of Vista's success tonight.
That one goes over to Bryson Linder. Linder, guarded by Jodon. That's Gamble. And now they reset. Ben Bowen, top of the key, gets the screen from Ty Strawbridge. They tried the pick and roll and it got stolen away.
Eagle Crest has a size the likes of which Mount Vista has not seen quite yet. 3 of the 5 starters for the Raptors are above 6'4". We can expect some tight defense, but conversely, the pace will be slow, and that's something the Golden Eagles can take advantage of, and I think they will.
Well, Ben Bowen will try to get this drive going for the Golden Eagles. Ben Bowen kicks it out. Henry Gamble driving in is Gamble. Kicking it out. Strawbridge. Ty Strawbridge driving in. Back outside. Deering. Deering is fouled. Foul will go on Adrian Price, the senior center. That's his first. And the ball will be inbounded on the baseline.
Mount Vista playing some patient offense, met by Eagle Crest tight defense. Mount Vista just waiting for an opening, and they are looking to take advantage. They've already caused one foul. They could cause more just on this possession alone.
Well, Ben Bowen puts up a nice shot, and it can't go. Loose ball, rebounded by Ty Robinson. Driving in and missing was El Mutawakil. Linder the other way. A minute and a half gone. Ben Bowen wide open for three and misses. Robinson gets the rebound as Eagle Crest escapes on that possession.
Griffin, shots like those are very important. Knocking down those open looks, they could definitely make you hurt in the late game. Robinson.
Eagle Crest get the opening points. That lay-in goes in. Golden Eagles trying to respond. That's Strawbridge, and he hits the three. Ty Strawbridge, who needs to heat up. He's a big man, but he is.
Deering in there. Brian Wood, Vista's coach, said prior to the game that it's going to be Deering.
Yeah, it says 100.
Downplaying the significance of that. He, the guy who ran into him, Adrian Price, 6'6". Deering lost his shoe on the play. So he does appear to be okay, but you got to think that he's feeling the effects of that one.
You must have to be hit pretty hard for your shoe to come off. That's some serious force we're talking about.
Well, throughout the night, we will try to get you updates on the different games that are going on around the 2021 CHSAA 5A state playoffs, including a potential upset brewing. 16-seeded Smoky Hill is up 3. Now, it does appear that they may have changed the call. I'm not sure whether they changed it to a charge or if they said it was before the shot.
Griffin, I think I know what was going through their head. They're like, wait,
but we'll find out.
Did you take that kid's shoe off? Oh, that's got to be a charge then. But it actually appears that the Raptors are keeping possession, and they're ruling it was just not a shooting foul.
Interesting. Well, Jaden Washington shoots. That's well short, rebounded by Gamble. Henry Gamble, Ben Bowen, thought about pulling up, gives it back over to Gamble, who drives in. Gamble, back outside Linder. Over to Deering. Max Deering. And now it's Ben Bowen driving in, getting the shot fake. Surprised the foul didn't get called, as it looked like Adrian Price fell down on top of him. But we play on.
Price just got a hand on the ball, picked it clean, but Bowen takes his revenge, and he picks himself up a block, which leaves Mustafa open, and he picks up his first 3 of the game. That's Mustafa El-Muatawakil, and Vista's attempt at an answer back results in nothing.
Well, El-Muatawakil gives it over to Jadon, who drives in, almost loses the ball, and they're going to call a double dribble. So another turnover for Eaglecrest with 4.5 gone.
We can credit Max Deering for causing that double dribble. Got right in the face and just totally staggered him.
Well, Max Deering catches the inbound after a few bounces, and they'll slow it down. Now, as we've noticed through these first 3 minutes or so, Eaglecrest is not a fast team. Mount Vista will try to push the pace, but that's a bad pass by Gamble. He's got to get a little more juice on that one. It was an easy steal for Eaglecrest. Opening the corner and hitting is Ty Robinson, and it is 8-3 Eaglecrest in the early goings. 4:08 to go, and we have a timeout on the floor.
Griffin, the size difference has really been the difference maker thus far. Those passes, especially that one that Gamble just threw up, they usually get away with that, but just the extreme height of Braden Leggett He's just not letting that happen. He can't let that go over his head because it would have hit him in the head. That's how low that pass was given his size.
Well, and the main thing I've been seeing is because Vista has to react to that size, they've been leaving a lot of looks outside wide open. And Eagle Crest is not a team that's going to let a lot of those looks pass up. So Mount Vista has to adjust their defense and really just come together and make sure that those passes aren't right there for the taking.
They play methodical, and all Vista can do is try to control the pace, really stagger them.
Well, Mount Vista tries to respond. So far, their only points coming via a Ty Strawbridge triple as he is double teamed. Ben Bowen over to Linder. Linder looking to back down on his defender. Picks up his dribble and hands it off. Ben Bowen driving in, going up and one. Got the contact and puts it up for two, and he'll go to the line to try to make it a 2-point game.
That's your Continental League MVP doing his thing right there. He has just a magical ability at creating and ones. Going deadly from the line as well.
Well, we hit our first COVID timeout, and I will give you a quick update on how one of the other big games in the playoffs are going. The 16 seed still winning at Cherry Creek. That would be a huge upset, and mainly it impacts us. If the Golden Eagles can come out with a win tonight, they face the winner of this game. If Smoky Hill pull off the upset, that would make us the higher seed, and we would host on Monday night. That game was originally supposed to be Saturday, but it has been postponed to Monday night due to the impending blizzard.
Thanks for the update, Griffin. Golden Eagles, they trail 5-8. This is a very important bucket, especially if they can stay tight on defense.
Well, the free throw is good. It dropped down like a feather, and it's a 2-point game.
Full court press from Mountain Vista. It's something that's worked for them in the past.
Eagle Crest slowing things down. Ty Robinson shooting and hitting. That's a nice shot from Ty Robinson with a step back. 3-pointer to back up to a 5-point game. Bowen finds himself trapped, gives it over Strawbridge. Easy layup. Good move by Ty Strawbridge to get into the lane, and it's back to a 1-possession game.
Griffin, is going to be all about the answer backs tonight. If you're Vista, you can't let Eagle Crest control the pace. That's when they're at their best. That's when they're going to be winning this ball game. If the Golden Eagles are controlling that pace and answering back consistently, this game is theirs to lose.
Well, they've got to clean up the defense, though, because that's a third straight bucket by Eagle Crest. Now Vista forced to trying to cut it right back to a 1-possession game. Linder finds himself in a bit of trouble and throws it cross court. Henry Gamble, he knocks down the 3. Huge shot from Henry Gamble, and it's a 2-point game.
Another one of Coach Brian Wood's keys to the game is just having Henry Gamble hit their three-pointers. He gets a lot of looks from beyond the arc, and he knows how to convert on them. I saw him get extra reps out there before the game, and if he can stay consistent, Vista's looking good.
Well, this is not the guy to send to the line. 87% on the season. Their best shooter as he rattles in that one. So it's a 3-point game with 2:13 to go in the first quarter as we see Eagle Crest up 3, trying to make it a 2-possession game. The free throw is good. 15-11 as Nick Stone brings it in. Fresh off the bench, Nick Stone, he goes in. Looks like some contact, didn't get it, but the shot goes in, and it's a 2-point game.
Nick Stone just has an innate ability to get to the rim. James Lane there almost deflecting the pass, but Eagle Crest has to reset. As I was saying, Nick Stone, he knows how to get to the rim and convert. His speed, it's really one of the keys, especially coming off the bench. Vista is a team that really relies off their bench players. Eagle Crest is not. So if those bench players are out to play, then Vista as a whole is.
Well, that bounce pass goes into the corner, and Eagle Crest reset. Down low, and I believe he stepped out of bounds. It's hard to see what the ref's call was. We're kind of blocked by the unit, but I'm happy to see that the unit has showed up as much as they can. It's kind of tough to do it with the limited capacity, but we are as packed as possible here at the Eagles Nest. Christian Baker, ooh, looks like he was going to shoot. Instead, laid it off to James Lang, and we're tied.
This
Beautiful
is the
assist.
offense that I've just been waiting to see out of the Golden Eagles. I know they've had it in them this whole time, but if they're generating looks in the paint and converting on them, there's just no stopping them. The game is now tied 15-all with 1 minute 15 left in this first quarter.
Well, that's Ty Strawbridge's second foul, so he'll come out probably for most of the rest of the first half. As they inbound the ball to Peyton Taylor. Stolen away, Bryson Linder. He gets the ball poked away from behind. That ball will go out of bounds, and it should be Vista ball, and it is. Looks like it got rolled out of bounds by Taylor, who recovered to get the deflected ball right there, but it'll go and stay with Vista.
Vista can always count on Bryson Linder for some hustle defense. He got right in the face of Taylor there, giving Vista a chance to take the lead.
Well, now James Lang gives it to Christian Baker. It's the subs in other than Bowen. Bowen driving in, can't finish. 55 seconds to go in the first quarter with the game tied. And it's Mustafa El-Wakil bringing it down for the Raptors. And yes, it's a mouthful. He scores.
We'll just keep it at he. If there's any name, Griffin, that comes to mind, I'm thinking maybe Big E, but you know what? That might be a bit disrespectful. It is a 5-syllable name. Bowen there picking up the shooting foul. He takes the line to look to tie the game with 30 seconds left in this first quarter.
Adrian Price picks up that foul. It's his second. And just as Strawbridge picked up his second, Eagle Crest Center picks up his second as well. So a little bit of early foul trouble for the two big men in this first quarter. Ben Bowen hits the free throw. Trying to tie it up with just under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter is Ben Bowen. And he is unable to do so. Rebounded by Ty Robinson, who brings it up the court.
Looks like Eagle Crest is going to be trying to hold till the last shot.
It's important for the Golden Eagles not to foul here. Don't want to waste a foul. 3 team fouls for each hurt here. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. 17-16 Eagle Crest. What will they do? Shooting and missing. Looks like maybe a push, but they get it back at the buzzer, and it's good. 3-pointer at the buzzer. And I got to say, I am not happy with that call. Braden Miller got the offensive rebound, and it definitely looked like he pushed off of the back of the Vista defender there.
Regardless, that's just going to be one of those things Mount Vista has to deal with going into this second quarter. Now, instead of trailing by 1, they trail by 4. They have some ground to make up, but it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility, not by any stretch of the imagination. Ben Bowen, we've seen him create, we've seen him go to the line, but he needs to be scoring those buckets, and I'd love to see Henry Gamble get more involved. He only had 1 look, which he made from beyond the arc, and Ty Strawbridge, after picking up an unfortunate 2 fouls, he's really going to need to make his presence known while keeping it clean.
That's a very good point. Quick update, Smoky Hill, it's a close one. Smoky Hill 70, Cherry Creek 68 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So it could go either way, but I'll keep us updated. The next update will probably come around the COVID timeout, so make sure to stay tuned.
Might I just add, go Smoky Hill. We want more content for VistaNow Network, not the dirty Cherry Creek Network. It's Bowen now getting involved. Nick Stone's up to Linder. Back to Stone.
Vista keeping it on the outside for now. Goes inside for a moment, and now it's Ben Bowen. Gamble, Linder. Finds Bowen, shoots the three, and it hits back iron. That was close, but it didn't drop for Bowen. Eagle Crest trying to expand their lead.
It's Mustafa now at the top of the arc. Gets a block, pulls up from the free throw line. Doesn't quite knock it down. Now Bowen.
Big rebound there from Gamble. You'd think that's got to be a foul. The one person blocked it clean, but the other came down onto his body.
Mustafa Tawakili, I just butchered that so hard. He came in like Superman there.
I appreciate the refs letting them play, but at what point do you draw the line? Ben Bowen puts it up and scores. More contact there, but I think I'd let that one go.
I'd let that one go. We've definitely seen that called for an and one, though. No doubt about it.
2-point game. Mustafa gives it over. Now it's Sharif Jordan. Looking to drive. Now it's Washington shooting. Missing badly. Rebounded again by Gamble. Mount Vista can tie or take the lead. Bowen loses the ball.
Picked clean there by Taylor, and his fast break turns into 2 points for the Raptors. Listen now, back at square run. They got 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in this half.
Bowen driving in. Linder in the corner, and that's missed. Rebounded by Elmatu Wakil.
Just a bit of a hasty look there out of Bryson Linder. And picking up the foul will be Jaden Washington. He takes the line for the second time tonight, shooting roughly 90% on the season.
That shot is no good. So the Raptors, the best they can do here is make it a 5-point game with a free throw. I know I said I'd wait till the COVID timeout, but if I wait that long, I might not be able to give you another update while the game's still going. Smoky Hill has just hit a three-pointer. They trail by 1, though. 46 seconds. That free throw is good by Washington. 5-point game. James Lang. He kicks it out. Gamble. Ty Strawbridge. Strawbridge driving in, and a foul will be called. A foul called on Jaden Washington for the push, and he is protesting.
You know what, Griffin? At this point, I think I would protest that one too. After no calls from roughly the same amount of contact, that one just seems a bit out of the blue. James Lang now looking to inbound.
Lang lobs it up. Strawbridge back into Lang, and he finishes the layup. It rolled around, and I was a little nervous, but eventually it dropped through.
Nice quick bucket there from Lang, one of the key bench players that's emerged for Mountain Vista.
Well, that shot is no good, but a foul will be called. And the foul is going to be called on Ty Strawbridge. That's number 3 on Ty Strawbridge. Nightmare scenario for the Golden Eagles. They are quick to substitute him out.
Ty Strawbridge, one of the key starters. He just has to be playing clean.
Well, a steal there by the Golden Eagles. Gamble, that steal was from Bryson Linder. Ben Bowen in the corner, finds James Lang. And a block is going to be called. Another foul called on Jaden Washington. He's got to be careful. I could hear him from up here. That could result in a tech if he's not careful.
We won't dwell on that one too far. But Jaden Washington was kind of forcing Lang to go out of bounds there, nudging him in doing so. But James Lang now replaced by Kyler Nats.
Inbound pass goes to Deering. 23-20 with 5:20 to go in the second quarter. Max Deering gives it over Bryson Linder. Ben Bowen guarded by Robinson. Bowen puts it up. Lots of contact there, no good. Rebound at Kyler Nats.
Bryson Linder, they're aiding that offensive rebound. He was outsized by 6 inches. Kyler Nats. Bang. That's 3 points. Tie game, 23 all.
Well, the full court press almost forced a travel. Kick out, and it's a charge. Charge by Kyler Nats. What a big player he's been in the last 15 seconds, and we've come to know him for the charges.
Vista student section chanting, "You can't do that." No, you can't. Vista now looking to take the lead. It's Max Deering just now crossing the logo.
Max Deering, Kyler Nats. The star of the last minute gives it over to Max Deering. Now it's Linder. Ben Bowen driving in, putting it up. Oh, and they call an offensive foul. Very late call, but they call the offensive foul. And it's a turnover for the Golden Eagles.
Bryson Linder dropping Ty Robinson. Not even completely sure if that's what they called, seeing how it was a 5-second delayed whistle, but Vista moving on. They still have the momentum on their side. Mustafa looking to take that right back.
Well, in the corner trapped was Washington. Now putting it up, and another charge. Mustafa El Mutaka Wihil went in and got the contact. It'll be another charge. First foul on him.
Kyler Nats picking up both charges. He just has a knack for it. It's a gift. Bowen, we got a tie game still as we have eclipsed the 4-minute mark in this half.
Henry Gamble, 4-3, and he hits it. Henry Gamble gives the Golden Eagles the lead.
Gamble now 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, giving the Golden Eagles a huge momentum boost.
Mustafa over to Ty Robinson. Robinson driving in, putting it up, and a foul is going to be called on Bowen. He got a little too far down with his hands, and it's going to cost him there. The second on him as the Golden Eagles get into foul trouble early.
Just got a bit handsy there. Missed the ball by a half an inch. It was really close, and that brings us to our COVID timeout. Griffin, why don't you give us a little update from that Smoky Hill Cherry Creek game?
Well, I regret to inform the audience that with 6 seconds to go, it appears like Smoky Hill is going to fall short. Cherry Creek are shooting 2 free throws as I speak, up 4 points. It doesn't seem possible for Smoky Hill. The Buffaloes played valiantly, I will give them that. They were leading in the fourth quarter, something that even we didn't do when we played Creek. And even if they do go out tonight, which as that free throw missed, they'll quick go down the court, and a travel is going to be called, so that's it. But what an effort from the Smoky Hill Buffaloes. Don't know if any of them will watch this, but if anybody from Smoky Hill is watching this or watches it at some point, just know you have our respect, and we wish you good luck for next season.
It was a valiant effort indeed, and if they're proving anything, it's that Cherry Creek can be beat in the playoffs. First free throw from Ty Robinson falls. He's shooting 75% from the line on the season. Second one falls as well. Picking up the pace now is Henry Gamble. In the paint was Christian Baker, and he picks up a foul. Was there a lot of contact there?
I don't know,
Absolutely not.
but that's the third on Adrian Price. So both Ty Strawbridge and Price now have 3 fouls. Another quick update, I just checked into another game, and I was really hoping for some good news. But we're going to just have to find that from this game. Thunderidge 68, Douglas County 42, as Christian Baker knocks in that free throw. So no upset there, it appears. Although I guess you never know, but I wouldn't count on it.
Never say never, Griffin, especially when it's the rival school that we went losing. We really can't give up hope. Baker now on his second. That one's no good. Mustafa picks up the board, and slowing things down will be Peyton Tate.
Tossing it back out, resetting now are the Raptors.
It's Robinson in the paint, free lane, and he takes advantage, tying the game up and just swats the inbound attempt from Kyler Nats.
Yeah, he did that with a little too much swagger. It seems like he was too focused on slapping it with authority than rather actually getting the turnover, because Vista just gets the ball right back.
Well, I tell you what, that ball was sure slapped with authority, so I'd say it's Robinson taking the victory on that little exchange.
Well, that pass goes over to Baker, but it goes out of bounds. The bounce pass was straight to his feet. Really tough one to catch there. Also another final in the boys tournament from earlier today. Regis killed Doherty. Regis Jesuit, the 2 seed, 79, Doherty 36.
Doherty did manage to take down Valor Christian in the round of 32, mind you. So,
and we thank them for that.
We really do. That's a dominating win for Regis Jesuit. Peyton Taylor on the inbound. Finds Robinson, who's met by Henry Gamble.
Ty Robinson guarded by Deering, shoots the 3 and it missed. Rebounded by Gamble. Gamble's had some big rebounds in the early going here. Bryson Linder over to Deering. Max Deering yet to get on the score sheet. He looks for Gamble. Gamble spins, finds himself some room, and he puts it in. Henry Gamble, and the Golden Eagles are back into the lead.
Lovely move there by Gamble, initiated by Max Deering. A beautiful way to work underneath. And Christian Baker now initiates a fast break. It's Deering in the paint. He's up and absolutely rejected by Ty Robinson.
That may be the most impressive block I've ever seen at the high school level. He caught that ball.
That was Hassan Whiteside-esque there, Griffin. That was dominant. That was kind of scary to watch even from the bleachers.
And you got to think Ty Robinson's feeling good now as Mustafa El Mutawakil picks up the foul. That one will go on Christian Baker.
There was some authority to that block. Deering, he had an adequate amount of room, but Ty Robinson, he took it personally. He went and chased it down, kept that lead from extending to 2 possessions, and now it's Mustafa looking to tie things up.
A 57% free throw shooter hits the front end of the 1-and-1. I could hear from the unit one person chanting wide right a little too late there.
Minute 45 left in this half. Mustafa has the ice, ties it up at 29.
Well, the quick sub from the Vista bench, James Lang will come in for Max Deering. Both teams will shoot one more 1-and-1 before they improve to the double bonus 18 fouls each. And I said 8-team, not 18. Henry Gamble loses the ball and it'll go out of bounds and will stay with Vista. Now that was a close one. It looked like it could have gone off Gamble's foot.
Braden Leggett there slapping the ball out of Gamble's hands. I think you might be onto something, Griffin. That ball definitely could have rolled off of Henry Gamble.
Well, we'll take it. Henry Gamble gets the pass from Bowen. Christian Baker thought about it, drives in, gets the foul. Foul called on the backup center, Braden Miller, who's getting some more time than he usually does due to Adrian Price's foul trouble, but that's his second. I'd love to see Vista start to put the Raptors in foul trouble, especially those big men, because they have so many tall players compared to the Golden Eagles. Christian Baker hits the free throw.
That foul trouble may not seem very important now, even if you're in the bonus, but late in the game when it's crunch time, that foul trouble means so much, especially if you have big men fouling out. That can give a team all the advantage they need.
Christian Baker misses the free throw. It went in and out.
Ty Robinson, the man of the quarter, floats one up, knocks it down.
Tough shot made by Ty Robinson.
He's really been exceptional this quarter, hasn't he?
That pass goes into Linder. Open Deering passes up on the 3. Linder says he'll take it, but misses. 55 seconds to go. Eagle Crest push the pace. They slow down. That's a 3 from Jaden Washington, and it's good.
Just a deadly three-pointer there, just as we saw at the end of the first quarter. Raptors now have their 4-point lead.
Well, Max Deering may just take this one all the way down. Why go for a quick basket, especially when Eagle Crest isn't pressuring? Deering could hold this ball, dribble this ball until 5 seconds left and drive in. It doesn't look like Eagle Crest is going to pressure them.
You know this is a supported play when you don't have Brian Wood yelling on the sideline. So this is the play they want.
So they call the play. 7 seconds. Deering spins, gives it over Gamble. Gamble shoots, tough shot. Not the look they wanted, and that's how the first half is going to end. It went from 30-29 to 34-30 in the blink of an eye, and the Golden Eagles, who are leading comfortably in the last couple of minutes, find themselves trailing by 4 as we head into the break.
We saw some good basketball being played there in that second quarter, but man, Ty Robinson, he was really getting it done. The chase down block, floater to take the lead. He was doing important things there for the Raptors, and it's no small feat against a tight defense of the Golden Eagles. Now on the other side of the ball, Max Deering, he hasn't been doing a whole lot, but he's still been playing that role that he needs to be playing. And if Henry Gamble gets more open looks, we saw that converting on a tougher look when you have 2 people that outsize you by 3 inches is just not going to work out. But if Henry Gamble gets open looks, he's dangerous. He's 2 for 2 on those type of looks tonight.
Well, we are going to send to a quick little theater production. Pretty excited about that one. While we do that, please leave any questions you have. We have 170 people watching the video right now. That is awesome to see. So please ask any questions about the game, about what we've seen, about any of the other games going on right now. We would love to answer them. But first, a little bit from theater. Enjoy.
Singular sensation, every little step.
I'm Ashley Radio. I'm here with Vista Theater Director Goldson. How
Hello.
are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Thanks for hanging out.
Of course, thank you for hanging out with me. So, we have a spring musical coming up this year, and it's looking a little bit different from the other years in the past. Is that correct?
Way different. We're not allowed by the state and by the CDC to have kids singing unmasked and dancing near each other. So that would eliminate, in our eyes, the notion of doing a traditional musical. And I know that there are schools that are doing that and live streaming it and recording it, but we decided in the fall that wasn't really the direction that we wanted to go.
So what drove you to write a musical instead of a pre-written one?
So, yeah, I decided to write a musical. And there were a lot of different things happening, and one of them for me was that I really wanted to direct and work on a show, because the show I was supposed to do last spring didn't happen because of the virus, and then I didn't work on the musical last year, so I was beginning to feel all agitated because I hadn't worked on a show in 2 years because I didn't do a show in the fall. So I was talking to a buddy of mine who does nothing but original plays at his school, and he said, you just need to write a show. And so we brainstormed it, whatever, and the nice thing about writing it is that, you know, every other musical is written with the understanding of the audience in the room and the medium and the interaction between the audience and the actors. And what makes musical theater so fun is that the audience gets to see these people be so full of emotion that they want to sing and dance. And there's no other art form like it. And when you watch filmed musicals, until Hamilton, they were a little bit distanced. And then Hamilton came along and was like, well, let's just shoot it with a bazillion cameras and have the camera right here. And it established a whole new paradigm. And I was like, well, we're not doing that. We can't. We don't have the ability. So I was like, okay, let's write a play that lives in the world of the pandemic. And by being able to write the play myself and ourselves in a collaborative way, is we were able to write people who were talking on Zoom and write scenes where people are in masks, and it fits right in today. And nobody else had written that play because, I mean, I don't think there's a play written during the 1918 flu pandemic, or, you know, there are lots of plays about the AIDS virus, but it's a different world. So that gave us sort of the freedom to tell a story that worked in our times with the limitations that we had. So the play that we wrote has sort of 3 different components. Like I said, there'll be some songs recorded on stage of our students singing and acting in the talent show that we invented. But half the play is just Zoom calls and FaceTime, because that's a lot of the way that we all interact, and the people can tell the story through those interactions.
Of course.
Does that make sense?
Totally. So obviously you decided one of the advantages of this was to kind of have that creative freedom of using Zoom. What would you say some of the other advantages or disadvantages are?
Oof, that's a great question. The disadvantage, let's see, the advantages are we are able to build characters with our kids. So, we had our students audition and cast them. But so, for example, one of the kids that we cast is a kid named Kobe Dixon. And Kobe's playing our head techie, Nick. Well, on paper, Nick is this bossy, arrogant, just telling people where to go, looks down on actors. The play must be perfect. Not Kobe Dixon at all. He is a sweet, gentle, gangly, sort of awkward kid. But that's who we cast. He was the best one for the role. So the advantage is that I'm the writer and Kobe's the writer, and we can go back and just tweak the way the character goes. And then the other big advantage has been that I'm not a professional playwright by any stretch of the imagination. So there are these things that sounded great on paper, and then we get them on stage and we're like, oh boy, that's not going to work. And the advantage has been that with our actors who've been extraordinary, Ashley, at knowing who their characters are and being willing to be critical of me and critical of the play, that we rewrite scenes and we reorganize them and we rework them. So what we end up with was this huge advantage that none of us had ever created a play from scratch before. And this is the way that it happens in Broadway. Like, if you write a brand new play and you get commissioned to do it, you go to Broadway and the playwright sits next to the director and they sort of write as they go, and you get new scripts every night. And sometimes that's really frustrating, and that's why they do previews and so forth and so on. And we're just doing that as a basic part of our process. And that's been really fun and a huge advantage. Some of the disadvantages are that, we're trying to pick songs. In a normal musical, the songs tell the story. And in this one, the songs are just showpieces. So trying to pick a mix of songs that allow us to show off our students' best talent has been challenging.
No.
Thanks, Ashley.
Of course. Thank you for talking with me.
You bet, anytime.
All right. Make sure to catch the show in mid-March, you said?
Yep.
All right. Sounds like it's going to be a good one. Thank you.
And welcome back to the Eagles Nest. We have about 3 minutes to go in the second, or before the second half begins, rather. And we have a pretty good game on our hands. Looks like there aren't too many questions in the chat, so I guess we're just doing a great job of answering them before they
Involved on offense. He has 3 fouls already, which is just not okay. He's one of the players Vista really needs in the latter half of the game, and as we approach that section, he needs to get involved, Griffin.
That's true, and I'm honestly kind of scared to see what'll happen if he picks up his 4th. If Strawbridge picks up his 4th, either you look at it from Coach Wood's perspective, either you keep him in and risk getting an early disqualification, or you take him out and your biggest player, you'd probably have to sideline him until like 3-4 minutes to go in the game.
Right.
So it's really, I'm sure we're all kind of banking on him not picking up another foul, but you never know. We might see him get a little too aggressive at some point.
Now Mountain Vista trails by 4, and they've been hot from beyond the arc. If they keep that up, especially with Henry Gamble, they're in business. This is no lead that they haven't come back from already. They trailed by 4 at the start of the second, and they ended up taking the lead. So if you're Vista, you're not in a bad spot right now. You need to lock things down on defense, though. Their defense has been getting a bit spotty. They're giving Robinson free lanes in the paint, and he can take advantage of them. Eagle Crest has Mountain Vista outsized, but definitely not outmatched. The Golden Eagles, they definitely have it in their bag.
Well, and before we get back to the second half, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the girls team. Unfortunately, their season came to an end today. On Tuesday, they upset Monarch in a huge game, but were unable to get it done at Shap. So, although their season cannot continue any further, hats off to them. They played great, and it was fun to watch their games as well as the boys' games.
We did have the pleasure of calling a few of their games. They were a great team. It was a great season from the girls. Now, as halftime draws to a close, just 5 seconds left, both teams take the court, getting ready. Golden Eagles trail 30-34. The third quarter is just about underway.
Well, it does look like we'll see Eagle Crest inbound to start. Lob pass, scary pass there, but brought in. Three-pointer on the way, missed. Rebound, Ben Bowen. Ty Strawbridge tipped it over to him. He's back in the game. Linder speeds up the floor. Over to Strawbridge. Strawbridge driving in, working on the defender, putting it up. Looked like the shot got tipped, and it's no good.
Some tight defense there from Jaden Washington. Now Mustafa in the paint. Kicks it out to a wide open Taylor, but he ends up charging nonetheless. Vista's ball.
Well, Sharif Jordan got way too aggressive, threw out the elbow, and that's an easy call. Vista get the benefit of the turnover with 7.5 to go in the third quarter. Ben Bowen will walk up the floor, now goes into a quick jog.
Strawbridge, top of the arc. Now Bowen. Trying to work inside. He doesn't have much, but he manages to find 2 out of it. Golden Eagles, 1 possession game. They trail 32-34.
Well, a really good move by Ben Bowen. Really got his body out there, making sure that shot couldn't get blocked. They trap Mustafa, but they get it over. Lob pass, lay in good by Ty Robinson. Eagle Crest broke the press, and that is what happens. Henry Gamble on the other end, passing out of it. Ben Bowen puts it in, and I have no idea how that's not a foul.
Robinson quite literally swatted Bowen's shoulder, forcing him to the ground. Second time that's happened for Ben Bowen, but he's keeping them alive in this game nonetheless.
Tough shot. Oh, and a foul's called. Ty Strawbridge got his hand onto the ball, and they call the foul. That's his 4th. And we'll see what Brian Wood chooses to do. He's pacing, looking around, checking his options. Looks like he's consulting with the assistant coaches. Ty Robinson, meanwhile, at the free throw line. Hits that, and it does look like Nick Stone's going to come in for Strawbridge. But, wow, what a way to pick up your 4th foul on, I don't know if I'm really supposed to criticize the refs on here, but on a terrible call.
The fact that Bowen wasn't called for an and one, and then that happens not 10 seconds later, is really quite sad when you think about it. The second one doesn't fall. Bowen is there for the board.
Nick Stone's fresh into the game, and he puts up the layup, and another non-foul. Loose ball, a scramble for it. Deering goes down, and no call. Meanwhile, driving in, feeding, and scoring is Adrian Price, and one side of the arena.
Just pin it on the refs and get frustrated at them. They really need to just, as cliche as it sounds, they need to take those frustrations out on the net.
Well, Ben Bowen puts it up, and he traveled. They call Ben Bowen for the travel. He put it in, but it's not going to count. I couldn't see his feet, so I can't criticize the call, but it's frustrating to see that shot go in and it not count for 2. Eagle Crest on the other end, missed. Rebounded by Bowen.
The fast break pass from Bowen sails all the way out of bounds, and the Eagle Crest takes the ball right back. That's a hasty pass, and one that really might come back to bite you if you're Mountain Vista.
Well, and a quick foul called on Linder. And it's only a 5-point game, but I feel like all the momentum is on Eaglecrest's side. Vista unsure of themselves out there right now.
There's no need to be unsure of themselves, more so just unsure of the refs. A step back three almost falls, and Eaglecrest manages to keep possession. Mustafa for three. He's no good. Eaglecrest still has possession. Mustafa driving in the paint. He converts. Raptors now. They lead 41-34. Running away with this game, but answering back is Max Gehring.
Big shot from Durian to get on the score sheet. And it's a tough make. That's tougher than a lot of the ones we've seen Bowen make, and he traveled. Travel from Jaden Washington. We could hear the skid of the foot.
We do like to see the refs be consistent on those type of calls. Hopefully this is them turning a new leaf.
41-36 with 4:45 to go. Ben Bowen driving in, putting it up with contact, scores. He said something to the ref after that. All of Vista Nation frustrated with the referees right now, but it's a 3-point game. Kicking into the corner, driving in, and missing is Mustafa, and he scores on the putback.
Mustafa using the size to his advantage. It's Nick Stone in the paint now. He falls back, resets. It's Gamble now.
Gamble thought about it, over to Nick Stone. Stone driving in, no call there. Three on the way, no good. Offensive board, Nick Stone. Bad pass and deflected away, but right back. Gamble inside, scores! And it's a good thing he did because there were two Raptors wide open on the other side of the court.
That's just a very
game.
important bucket there from Henry Gamble, and it was Bryson Linder who can be credited with the steal after a hasty Nick Stone pass.
Well, that pass goes inside, and scoring is Adrian Price.
Eaglecrest doing a great job at just making these high percentage shots to answer back, trying to not let Mountain Vista run away with the momentum.
Linder passes up on the three, over to Gamble. Gamble for three, no good, short. Rebounded Ben Bowen, driving in and gets the foul. Finally, a foul called, and that foul will go on Sharif Jadon. That's his second.
At this point, it just has to be quite a blatant hand to the wrist in order to be called. There's no body contact being called, but Vista has to take advantage of this opportunity. A bucket is necessary to bring this back to a one-possession game.
Well, yes, it's a 5-point game right now. Vista definitely have calmed themselves down. I'm still frustrated. I know a lot of people are still frustrated, but the offense is functioning again. Now it's about the defense. They haven't been able to get the rebound. They've been allowing second chance points, and that's kind of what's dragging them down right now. They've been scoring enough that they should be back into the lead or at least tied, but because of those second chance points, the Raptors have been able to maintain that gap.
I think back on the possession where Eaglecrest had 3 offensive rebounds, you just cannot let that happen if you're the Golden Eagles, because at one point, Eaglecrest is just going to take advantage of that, and they did. Golden Eagles trail by 5. There's 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this third quarter.
Well, Ben Bowen will be at the line for 2. Hits the free throw. That free throw in and out, 4-point game. Frustrating to see that free throw not go. Vista's got to get a stop. That's Mustafa, and it's going to be a jump. But Bowen ripped it away, but not fast enough. And it's a jump ball. The Raptors will retain possession.
A bit confused on that one, Griffin. One thing I've noticed about all refs across the board is they're eager to call these jump balls. They rarely let it develop, and if they did let that play develop for another second, it would have been Ben Bowen with the ball. but that's 5 seconds on the inbound for Peyton Taylor, and Vista will take the ball regardless.
The unit's getting into it. Stone driving in, putting it up and scoring. Just under 3 minutes gone, or 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and it's a 2-point game.
Sharif Jowden pulls up for 3. That one doesn't fall. Getting involved is Christian Baker.
And they better not be calling that a jump ball because Braden Miller wasn't holding it. But I guess that's what it's going to be. Vista gets possession.
It's their best possible outcome, and now the Golden Eagles are within striking distance with 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock.
We would like to thank the 196 people joining us for this playoff game. Pleasure to have you. It has been a blast here at the Eagles Nest. Kyler Nats, Nick Stone, he just scored. Can he do it again? Goes down without the foul, and Wood is screaming.
I said it earlier, Griffin, the body contact is just not being called. Not here, not anywhere. You will need to take a hand slap to the arm in order to get a foul called.
Well, and a tough make there by Braden Miller to push it to 4. Bowen driving in. And that's going to be 2. 2 shots for Bowen. Eagle Crest coach is screaming for either a jump or a travel. He can't really make up his mind. And now the unit wants a tee.
Brian Wood getting animated as well. We have seen Brian Wood get teed up for less.
Well, the referee signaled for 2. So slowly but surely they'll get into free throw formation with 2:05 to go in the third quarter. 4-point game. Bowen missed his last free throw. We'd love to see a pair go down from him.
More back and forth between Coach Brian Wood and the referee. What it could be about, I don't know. Most likely about the no call on Nick Stone previously. Bowen's first one falls. Back to a 1-possession game is Mountain Vista.
That free throw is good. 2-point game. Henry Gamble comes in to give Ben Bowen a rest. And Jaden Washington will inbound. Vista bringing the press.
2 minutes left in this third quarter. Eagle Crest attempting to answer back.
Jordan gets it across, covered by Baker. Spins around him. Now at the top of the key, back over to Jordan.
It's Leggett trying to work underneath, but has to reset.
Inside, the big man scores. Braden Miller, he's been good today, and he scores again.
A mismatch
Nick
there.
Stone on the other end, missed the layup. Oh, he's got to have that one. No argues for a foul there. He just put a little bit too much on it. Driving in, Nats takes the charge. Kyler Nats steps in. I mean, he's got to be sore at the end of these games by the amount of contact he's taking, but we thank him for it.
He is just taking a beating. That's the third charge that he's picked up. Bowen had a brief check-in with the Mount Vista trainer, but he's back on the sideline and ready to get back in the game.
Henry Gamble brings the ball up the floor. Christian Baker on the right side now. Over to Baker. Christian Baker drives in, puts it up, blocked, put back good. Kyler Nats. Nats has little bits of greatness, and he's going to be back next year, one of the leaders on this team, 100%.
He has been arguably one of the most clutch players tonight inside to Braden Miller, and it's laying. Like I said, you have to literally get slapped on the arm for a foul to be called.
I will take that, though. Miller has only shot 3 free throws the entire season. He has knocked down 2 of them. But someone as untested at the free throw line as Miller is, I'll take that foul. I'd much rather have that than the layup.
Yeah, especially because he has been converting in the paint. The first one does not fall. Griffin, he's just all over these reads. It's still a 2-point game. Bowen now back on the court, replacing Nick Stone.
Well, it does look like Adrian Price is going to come in, still on 3 fouls, I believe, as Peyton Taylor, the sophomore, checks in for Sharif Jordan. Second free throw from Braden Miller. The unit are making noise. Free throw, no good. Offensive board. 0 for 2, and they get the offensive rebound. Inside Miller. And he puts it in. It's as if the free throws never happened.
Miller takes a tumble, giving Gamble an opportunity.
Nats 4-3. Oh, so close there from Kyler Nats. Can't hit on the 3. 30 seconds.
Reset. The full court press has come back to bite them. And another charge picked up by Kyler Nats. I don't believe what I just saw. He really does have a gift for picking up offensive fouls. I don't get it. I really don't.
Well, Bowen will inbound the ball to Gamble. The Golden Eagles cannot tie on this possession, but we will likely see them hold for the final shot.
Eaglecrest also likely to let them have it. The last time Vista attempted this, they managed to just put Vista in a chokehold and not give them
Taylor
anything.
came up for a second. Now they'll send Leggett over, and it forces the pass out. Bowen with 5 on the clock, driving in, putting it up, and scoring! Oh my gosh! Ben Bowen, I believe he's a reincarnation of Harry Houdini. Absolutely ridiculous from Ben Bowen, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter, 2-point game.
Bowen doing exactly what he needs to do to keep his team in this game. The difference after a big break of having a 4-point deficit versus a 2-point deficit is more than most people realize. When you're down 2 points, even if you don't have the ball going into that quarter, you don't have to play around not letting the other team score. You can play a bit more lax, and if you're Vista, you need to play lax because that's when you've been seeing the most success. That was just a very clutch play there by Ben Bowen.
Yeah, you love to see it. Big shots like these is what's going to keep the Golden Eagles alive in these playoffs. They need more of that. Max Deering had a circus shot, and now Ben Bowen, I don't even know if he was looking at the basket. So 2-point game. The unit are going bananas. Quick look at that. And we're going to start the fourth quarter here. Eagle Crest will inbound. 216 people watching.
Mount Vista trails 49-51, just 8 minutes left in potentially what could be the season for both of these teams.
Winner goes to number 1 Cherry Creek. 1 quarter, 8 minutes more to decide a winner.
Aggression already.
And it's
shown
a travel.
from Vista. That's what I'm talking about, folks. When Vista's playing lax and they have the ability to play aggressive on defense, they can force out simple mistakes like that from Eaglecrest.
I was surprised not to hear a fundamentals chant started by the unit. Ty Strawbridge back in the game with 4 fouls. Oh, nearly got an illegal screen there. Ben Bowen scores! Tie game, Ben Bowen with the floater. Beautiful.
Vista has clawed their way back in this game. The one thing they need to keep up is just these tight defense.
Ben Bowen nearly getting his ankles broken. Kick out. Washington hits the 3.
So
Washington's been big today. When he hasn't traveled, he's hit a triple.
One thing we haven't really harped on is how deadly Eaglecrest has been from beyond the arc.
Driving in, putting it up, and scoring is Bryson Linder. What a shot off the glass. And Vista is doing what they can, and I'm liking it.
Bowen must be contagious. These acrobatic shots are just finding their way to everybody. The big man.
Yeah, he got really good position on that Adrian Price. Ty Strawbridge going the other way. That's what happens when you don't get back on defense, folks.
Both big men in Adrian Price and Ty Strawbridge able to convert there. We got some back and forth basketball being played here. Vista trails by 1. Henry Gamble took the ball and it was punched out by Price. Vista will take possession.
Big steal. Well, I'm not sure if it'll really go into the scorebook as a steal, but that's what I'm going to call it. Henry Gamble comes up big, and the Golden Eagles will have the chance to take the lead when we come back from this timeout.
Now, one thing Mountain Vista prides themselves on, it's forcing out awkward shots. When we have talked to Ben Bowen in the past, it's one thing that he thinks this defense does best. But Eagle Crest is taking advantage. They're knocking down those difficult shots. So Vista, and I assume that's what Brian Wood is talking about right now, they need to change up the game plan on defense. They might change into a zone where they just throw 2 players on the ball at all times. I don't know, but some change really does need to happen to keep the Raptors at bay.
Well, just a couple quick updates. Thunder Ridge has moved on. Also, we have Rangeview taking on Fountain Fort Carson, but no updates there. Chaparral has beat Vista Peak to move on, which means, unfortunately, this will be Vista's last home game of the season.
Well, it's been a fun one, and it's been an honor calling it for you folks. Now, we got 6 minutes 30 left in the ball game. Down backdoor pass, and now Deering in the corner, met by 2. Cross court to Gamble, quick pass in the corner, driving underneath is Bryson Linder.
And it's a block. Block called, and that's a tough call to make. Could go either way. That foul is going to go on Jaden Washington. That's his third. Third foul on Jaden Washington. Bryson Linder, the junior, will go to the line for 2.
That's the Raptors' 6th team foul on the half to Vista's 3.
6:15 to go in the game. Linder hits the free throw. All tied here at the Eagle Nest.
Linder now a chance to take the lead.
Free throw good. Vista into the lead. 6:15 to go. 57-56 Mountain Vista.
It's Mustafa weaving his way through, finds Adrian Price.
And I'm kind of surprised that wasn't a foul, but we are thankful it wasn't. Linder on the other end. Henry Gamble back over to Linder. Max Deering. Deering will drive in, kicks it. Gamble, and that's a bad pass.
Just a bit hasty on the ball movement.
Oh, a foul called on Deering. The ball was almost lost, but the Raptors get bailed out on a foul. That's just the second on Linder and the 4th on the team. So the Raptors are not in bonus yet.
Jaden Washington is into Peyton Taylor. Taylor, a shifty player, manages to find the paint every time he touches the ball.
It's Ty Robinson. He's been good. And a foul will be called before the shot. And that foul will go on
Henry Gamble.
Henry Gamble. So that foul on Gamble, that'll be his second with 5.5 to go. As that inbound pass goes to Washington, nearly took the 3 there. He had so much room.
Taylor's into Mustafa, met by Deering. No charge called.
Oh, and a foul's going to be called. A foul called on Linder. Wow. All I can say is wow. Mustafa El Mutawakil put it up. And after catching it and starting to go up again, that's when the foul got called. And now both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. That free throw goes in.
That's Vista's 3rd foul in this Raptors possession alone. Just, you have to credit it to sloppy defense. That's the end of story. But at the same time, body contact just hasn't been called at all. And the referees just choose that moment as the opportune time to start calling.
Well, Vista down 3. A bucket would be nice here. Ben Bowen driving in, putting it up, missing off the glass. Rebounded by Washington. Pushing the pace of the Raptors. Nearly losing the ball, but getting it back is the point guard, putting it in, and scoring is the center, Adrian Price.
Gamble in the paint, dumps it out to Strawbridge. And he
Strawbridge will go to the line.
Vista trails by 5. There's 4 minutes, 45 seconds in this game. These free throws mean everything for Mountain Vista.
And that's a big foul because that's the 4th on Adrian Price. One more and he's gone. Both of the big men in serious foul trouble with 4:45 to go. Ty Strawbridge needs these free throws. The first one is good. To make it a 1-possession game. Strawbridge converts. Ty Strawbridge with 2 free throws, and it's a 3-point game with 4:44 to go.
Ty Robinson slowing the pace. He does have explosive movement. Deering there punched the ball out for a second. There goes Robinson in the paint. He faked a dunk.
Yeah, he seemed unsure of himself there, and it cost him. I'm glad a foul wasn't called because the way his body moved, it looked like there was one, but there was 0 contact. Ben Bowen will go to the line. Foul called on Ty Robinson. Finally some whistles here, and I'm glad they're on this side of the court.
They waited till the 4th quarter, they being the referees, to call body contact. It used to just be a hand slap to the arm in order to be called. If they were calling this all game long, this would have been Ben Bowen's at least 4th trip to the line.
Bowen hits the free throw. The free throw is good.
1-point ball game. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in this game. Robinson also walking it up now. Over to Mufasa, met by 3
Triple
Vista
team.
defenders.
And a timeout is quickly called. That's a smart timeout. Their first of the game, might I add, with 4:10 to go.
Eaglecrest has been playing efficient basketball, and now they have a time to reset. Vista did an excellent job at trapping Mustafa there, and he was just about to travel. It was a pretty clutch timeout, if I do say so myself. It's crunch time, Griffin. What do you got?
It's crunch time indeed. It'll be important for the Golden Eagles to get a stop here, or at very minimum, stop the 3 ball. We know Washington can get hot. We know that Ty Robinson can get hot. There's a lot of shooters on this team, and it will be important for the Golden Eagles to find a way to limit the outside game while still also limiting the inside game, because you don't want Strawbridge to get that foul.
Eaglecrest has been proving themselves as a dangerous team on offense, both inside and outside, just as you said.
Well, that inbound pass goes in very late, close to a 5-second call. And one of the shooters here, Jaden Washington, with the ball, guarded by Strawbridge. Interesting strategy for the Golden Eagles to have Strawbridge on the top. Here's Mustafa.
Mustafa looking for an outlet. He manages to find one in Peyton Taylor.
They've completely slowed down the game here, Eaglecrest, and loses the ball. Gets it right back. Ty Strawbridge turns it over. Shot, no good. Put back, good. Good job by Ty Robinson to get the offensive board, and that's a killer because the Golden Eagles got the steal. Ben Bowen puts it up. That shot doesn't go, and now going the other way on a 2-on-1 is Eaglecrest, and they call the foul. They call a foul on Bryson Linder. He knocked the ball out as Peyton Taylor, Mustafa El Mutawakil was going up, and now he'll go to the line for 2.
Certainly a better outcome for Mountain Vista there. What would have been a free 2 points turns into two free throws from a 57% free throw shooter.
Well, with 3:23, we've hit our COVID timeout. And you got to think for both of these teams, the nerves are starting to set in. I know we're up here. I don't know about you, but I can feel it. It's crunch time. It is close. And for a lot of these boys, their high school careers are on the line. It is time for the great to isolate themselves from the good. 240 people watching with us. Thank you so much. Feel free to share it with anybody. Let's get 250. Who says we can't? We just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'd love to thank everybody for that, but maybe now isn't the time.
Maybe not. This is tournament basketball, and we're just now entering crunch time. Mustafa, 57% shooter from the line. His first one falls.
Yeah, big shot there from Mustafa. He makes it a 4-point game. This next one, even bigger. Shot up, good. 2 for 2 from Mustafa. And the Golden Eagles find themselves down 5. Henry Gamble, double teamed, loses the ball.
A tragic loss of possession there. Mustafa looking to take advantage, and he does just that, extending the Raptors' lead to 7. Mount Vista needs to answer back right here, right now. We have eclipsed the 3-minute mark.
Gamble for 3. Big shot, Henry Gamble! Henry Gamble hits the 3, and it's a 4-point game. I don't know if that could have been at a bigger time.
I said right here, right now, and it seems like Henry Gamble was listening. He did just that, pulled up for 3, knocked it down, and now it's just a 4-point ball game. But that doesn't change the fact that the Raptors have been dominating on offense. Vista really needs to figure something out here. What happened when they threw a 3 on Mustafa, it immediately led to a timeout. I'd love to see more of that. Just crash players on the ball. That's what's going to give you effective results.
Yeah, Mountain Vista is definitely quicker than the Raptors. They need to pressure the ball. They have some momentum. Before that shot, it was all Eagle Crest. Now it's time to see what Mountain Vista can do on defense. They have 4 in the backcourt for the full court trap with just Bowen guarding Adrian Price on the other end.
If there's any time to show what you're made of, it's right now. All the aces in the sleeves, you need to show your cards. 2 minutes, 50 left.
Mustafa guarded by Linder. Linder really can't do too much to hold him off. Nick Stone trying to keep him in front, and it's a carry! A turnover by Mustafa Al-Mutawakil. And I don't know about you, I'm really enjoyed saying that name. And it's more fun to say it when it's a turnover.
I would enjoy it if I knew how to say it. I'm sorry, I would just butcher it. I already have. I'm not putting myself and you guys through that pain again. Bowen at the logo finds a red-hot Henry Gamble.
Nick Stone now. What can Vista do? Over to Ben Bowen. Off the underside of the backboard, and it's a turnover.
Bowen always likes to work underneath, and it usually works out, but it only works out when you're not outsized by 2 inches.
Well, now we'll see what Vista can do on defense. They got the turnover last time out. Trying to pressure Mustafa. Lob pass, gets over to Robinson. Ty Robinson, guarded by Max Deering. Deering goes down, no call, 3-pointer, no good. Offensive board, and you can't have that. You need to rebound the ball, as Vista did not there. Linder, big shot, missed, rebounded, Price. Wild pass, and it's stolen by Bowen. Pandemonium here, and Ben Bowen will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
We have chaos now, 1:54 on the clock. Vista not managing to get the boards when they need them most. That put back from Jaden Washington, that could prove to be lethal as we approach the end of this ball game.
Well, we've seen Ben Bowen shoot lots of free throws today. These are his biggest of the night. 1-and-1. The first one is good. Ben Bowen earns the second free throw by knocking down the first, and it's a 5-point game with just under 2 to go.
Griffin, I might argue that these are the most important of his career.
Bowen hits the shot, 70-66.
4-point ball game, 2 minutes.
And a foul's going to be called on Deering. It appeared as though, or at least as though Max Deering made it seem that Ty Robinson threw his arm up, but the ref called it in Robinson's favor. So Ty Robinson, the 60% free throw shooter, will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
If you notice on the last possession, it was also Max Deering who was trying to draw that charge. It's really the most he can do at this point.
Big free throw, and it is good. Back up to a 5-point game with 1:51 to go in the fourth quarter. Free throw is good.
6-point game.
Bowen over to Gamble. Gamble for three. No good. Loose ball. Tapped out. And it's rebounded by Bowen. Ben Bowen over to Gamble. Gamble thought about trying again. Bowen driving in here. Putting it up. No good. No foul. They go for the trap and a foul is called. Ben Bowen got his hands on the ball and they'll call Bowen for a foul.
Just a devastating turn of events for Mountain Vista. They trail by 6. There's a minute 30. Hope is running out.
Big free throws here from Price. Just 63 on the season, and he gets it to go. The last 1-and-1 for the Raptors, and they made it count. Gets the second free throw. Or at least gets the opportunity for the second free throw.
Price turns the
Misses,
7-point
hits the
lead
second.
into an 8.
8-point game. Vista need a bucket. Gamble over to Bowen. Bowen looks to drive. Bryson Linder over to Gamble. Gamble will be looking for the three. Over to Gamble. Ty Strawbridge. Ben Bowen, pass a little high. Bowen trying to drive in, and he gets fouled.
Bowen fighting for these points. He'll take yet another trip to the line. But, Griffin, that was another 20 seconds that passed in that possession.
And that is number 5 on Price. So a disqualifying foul for Adrian Price, and he is gone.
Replacing him will be Braden Miller, who has also been a presence to be seen in the paint.
The question is, he's gone, but is it too late? 1 minute, 4 seconds, down 8. Ben can make it a 2-possession game here, but he has to hit his free throws. First shot is good.
Lang and Strawbridge out for Nick Stone and Max Deering.
Second free throw. Rattles in. 74-68 with a minute and 4 to go.
And Bowen is shockingly being subbed out.
Well, they want to make sure he doesn't pick up a foul. Running the court is Mustafa. Lob pass, and they get it into Robinson. Foul called, and it was kind of necessary. I don't mind it because Robinson has struggled somewhat with the free throws.
Historically, yes, but tonight, no. Mustafa could, or pardon me, Ty Robinson could really be the dagger here.
Shot is no good. Ty Robinson misses the first.
Vista players James Lang, Ty Strawbridge, and Ben Bowen now taking the court again.
Second free throw, good. 7-point game. Ben Bowen taking the ball up the court. 1 minute to go. Bowen going up. Scores. Big shot, Ben Bowen. Timeout, Mountain Vista. They have 1 remaining, 54 seconds to go, and talk about a quick possession.
The most important thing about that possession was that Bowen got it done in just 5 seconds. 2 points in 5 seconds. Not only that, but that is 8 straight points for Vista that have all come from Ben Bowen. They trail by 5. There's just 54 seconds left in potentially the season. Now, they got to leave it all out on the line. I know they will. They wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, well, when you look at it, Ben Bowen, the Continental Player of the Year. Huge honor for him, and in big moments like this, you expect that he will play the way he is playing right now. Now it's up for Vista to get a steal. If they can get a steal, they will be able to avoid the Raptors going to the free throw line, and Vista can cut it to a one-score game at the basket. Eagle Crest line, all 5 up on the inbound, and they get it in. Inbound into Johnson. They should foul Mustafa, and they don't. They instead foul Taylor, who actually, that's not a bad choice either. Only 59% from the line.
Taylor, one of the more crafty players for the Raptors. He's more of a shoot beyond the arc or drive in and kick it out type of player.
Well, the first free throw is short. Big miss.
That's just the hope that Vista needed. And cleverly, all the offensively coordinated players, or offensively oriented players, pardon me, for Mountain Vista now take the court expecting an offensive pick.
Free throw, no good. Loose ball, out of bounds off of Henry Gamble. They go 0 for 2 at the line, and the ball bounces out off of Gamble, and that's a heartbreaker.
Griffin, that's the second time this has happened this game. Previously, it was with Braden Miller. Miller missed both free throws, and they got the offensive rebound and turned it into 2. Vista cannot let history repeat itself here.
Well, Johnson is guarded by Deering, and they tried to foul, didn't get the call, and now Baker has to foul Robinson. I saw a tug of the jersey, not sure why Taylor isn't the one going to the line.
42 seconds left. 5-point game, and Vista really going to be kicking themselves for not getting that defensive board when they needed it most.
Well, the refs are talking it over. Maybe they are talking about whether that was a foul. I'm not sure if they can really do that, but they just pushed Mustafa out of the coach or the referee's huddle. We'll see what they rule here.
Brian Wood arguing that the foul would have been on Peyton Taylor. Obviously, the favorable player to go to the line as he just missed 2 in a row.
Yeah, you can't have too much confidence, and that's why Vista tried to foul him immediately. And we're on the wrong side of the gym to hear what the referees are saying, but we will try to get that information to you. The Eagle Crest coach doesn't sound happy, and hopefully that means we will be happy.
The one thing I did hear from Coach Wood is that and I quote, intentional foul number 3. Now, what is happening? There's a double bonus on the court, and this referee
I
is
am
trying to
incredibly
argue to have
confused
them
now.
inbound.
It looks like the ref was just confused. So after all of that, it's still Ty Robinson going to the line, and I still don't know what that was about. Robinson misses. And it is important for Mountain Vista to get the rebound.
You know what they say, Griffin? The ball doesn't lie.
They have to box out too many times. Robinson, good. 42 seconds, plenty of time for Vista to work. They can't settle for a terrible shot. Bowen puts it up, misses off the glass, loose ball. Rebounded Johnson, and he slammed Bowen in the head. He slammed Ben Bowen in the face, and I believe a foul might have been called on Bowen. A foul called on Ben Bowen after an elbow was thrown straight into the face of Bowen. I am sorry for my producer if he may have said something bad on air, but that is ridiculous.
I'm just at a loss for words. An absolute loss for words. But if there's one thing Bowen would say about that, it's just that He's disappointed, but not surprised. We've seen some absolutely horrendous officiating, not only today, but throughout the whole season. And it was just out in spades right there. Just atrocious.
With all the madness that's been going on, I'm surprised that there hasn't been a technical foul called. And Eaglecrest is kind of gloating right now. The free throw is good. 78-70, Vista's got to push the pace now. James Lang. Over to the right side, that's Linder. Gamble takes the three. Gamble misses. Loose ball. Rebounded by Miller, and a foul is called. And that appears to be the nail in the coffin for the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles.
17 seconds left, 8-point deficit, but they are sending one of Eaglecrest's less talented free throw shooters to the line. He missed both of the ones he's had the opportunity of shooting tonight.
Miller misses. If Vista can get the rebound here, they'll have to hit a quick three just to keep their hopes alive. Down 8 with 17 seconds to go. Free throw, no good. Gamble, taking it down the court. We might see him pull up for three. Instead, he lays it off. Bowen for three. Ben Bowen misses, and off the supporter beam, and that's going to be it. They're getting Nick Stone, Max Deering, and Christian Baker into the game. We'll see if they foul, but I think that was just to get some of the seniors into the game one more time.
We did see a fantastic game here tonight, Griffin, and as this game draws to a close, all we have to say is that it's just been a fantastic season, and it really has been a pleasure calling these games for you guys, and I wouldn't have it ending any other way. Us mad at the refs, it's been a great game. What else can be said?
Well, with 7 seconds, it does look like they're going to get Ben Lindauer and Matt Linderman in the game. Really good to see. Max Deering, Christian Baker, and others will come out of the game, but that will be it for Deering and Baker. I know after the game I will be going over to them and just letting them know that I'm really appreciative of their time here in this program. It has been so fun to watch.
First shot from Robinson, good. Brings it to a 9-point lead for the Eaglecrest Raptors.
And Ty Robinson pushes the deficit out of 10. One parent is shouting ball game after every free throw. Really disappointing to see. You'd think that they would have a little more integrity, as that shot misses. And that is going to be the game. Eaglecrest win.
Showing just no class.
And after that, you'd think that a better team, not necessarily in terms of skill, but in terms of just basic integrity and compassion, should maybe be the one to move on. That is disappointing and honestly just terrible to see. Eaglecrest jumping out of their seats, yelling at literally everybody in the arena that they could. Meanwhile, Mountain Vista's hearts are broken. Just no class, no class.
Griffin, I know your heart is broken too, but sometimes the truth must be said. And Eaglecrest, they played the better basketball game here tonight. And while they did get some favorable calls, they managed to really punch the ball in the net whenever they needed to. And Vista, I just can't say the same about them. They put on a fantastic show. Bowen and Gamble, for that matter, they did what they could, and the team as a whole, they really did what they could, but they just got outgamed tonight, and I think that's really all that can be said. They had a fantastic season, and making it to the Sweet 16 is no small feat by any means.
Yeah, you said it all. I'm honestly a bit lost for words. I thought that we really just left it all on the court, and I couldn't have wanted anything more. The boys really just They played their hearts out, and although we're not going to see a state championship or even a Final Four. It's been a ride. I've really enjoyed it covering these games with you and some others. It's just really been fun to see the atmosphere. Even with COVID, the fans have still found a way to support the team. They've been loud. They've maybe said some things they shouldn't have, but it's high school. That's all I can say about that. But I do believe we are going to have a post-game show in a few minutes. So please stay tuned for that. Once again, I'd like to thank all the support. We had maybe the most viewers I have seen this year watching this game. Awesome to see. So thank you all so much for coming out, watching the game, and please stay tuned for the post-game show. Griffin Leonard along with Nathan Tubbs, and we will see you in a few minutes. Hello and welcome to the VistaNow postgame show. I'm Griffin Leonard along with Nathan Tubbs, and we would like to welcome you down to the floor of the Eagles Nest after this Sweet 16 matchup against the Eagle Crest Raptors. It was a very entertaining game. Both teams played their hearts out, and in the end, the Raptors came out on top. They will advance to play Cherry Creek on Monday night.
One thing we can expect from that game is for Cherry Creek to come out in dominating fashion, and I think that would kind of ease the pain off of all of our Vista Nation souls. But if there's one thing that we want to talk about here rather than dwell on this loss, is just celebrate what has been a fantastic season out of the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles. Players like Ben Bowen, Henry Gamble, and even today Max Deering and a little bit of Ty Strawbridge. They know what they're doing out here, and I know some of them are going to go on to do great things. And one thing that we really can look forward to is keeping up with Ben Bowen as he goes on to play Division I basketball at the University of Wyoming.
Well, you're right. It's not often that you can get a group of guys together like this. Really good team. You could debate that it would top the team we had 2 years ago with Ben Grusing and Simon May. Obviously, that team is ranked second, and they made a Final Four run. But both of those teams, they'll go down in Vista basketball history as some of the best to grace the court, at least in recent history. And although not all of these players will be returning, I'm excited for the next group to fill these spots that will be missing. And I'm excited to see what some of these guys can do at the next level.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Players like Bryson Linder and Kyler Natz, I know that they're going to move on and just lead this team. And I know, Griffin, you and I are seniors, but we're obviously going to stay in touch with this team and obviously keep it posted. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we won't keep you any longer. For VistaNow, I'm Nathan Tubbs. Alongside me here is Griffin Leonard. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.